To all my loyal viewers, supporters, the ones that we are watching now say nothing, no worry, still as soon. Love on the same way. To all my new subscribers, my potential subscribers, what are you waiting for? Click that notification bell. Up, the kitchen will get started and we have some nice things are going on in there. And for all of the people them way,
love them belly.
yeah man, the show will start. Good morning, my loyal viewers and supporters. Today, I will be giving to you soup special. Chicken foot, cow skin, pumpkin soup. It will be rich, it will be tasty. Just tune in as I walk you through step-by-step procedure on how to prepare this amazing meal. For all the soup lovers, stay tuned. If you're not a soup lover, trust me, after watching this video, your taste buds will be so delighted. You're gonna wanna try this recipe. Simple and easy. I have in my inner pot here 6.5 cups of water along with about 3 pounds of chicken foot, and it's already washed, clean up. All the toes are taken off. You can't cook the food with the two of them, so you have to clean them off and ensure that it's washed in vinegar water, clean up properly. So yeah, 3 pounds of it and it's already washed. I'm gonna go ahead and season this water. This pot, Insignia 6-quart multi-purpose pressure cooker, was purchased on eBay. I'll be leaving a link in the description so you can check it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some blended seasoning to my water. I'm just gonna use my discretion here, not gonna measure anything because I'm gonna have to do the cow skin after, so I'm not gonna use all of it. I'm gonna add some salt, and I'm judging this to be about 1 teaspoon of salt. Not too much salt because the soup is gonna be salt. A few pimento berries, just to give the meat water a little season. And I cut up my garlic, 1 clove this is. I don't want any more than that, just to soften the meat. When I drop stalk of fresh thyme leaves to it, and scallion here, or spring onion, I'm gonna cut this up. Just give it a light little stir, mixing all these ingredients, to which I'm gonna add my inner pot to my outer pot. Outer part of it, because the meat is cold, the outside of the pot is sweaty. So I'm just gonna wipe the outer side before adding it to the inner pot. Don't feel like I've added enough seasoning to season this. So I went ahead and added about 1 more tablespoon to it. As I said before, the cow skin will have to be cooked, so I can't finish all of the seasons, but the chicken foot have to season the right way. So these are the fresh seasonings that I'm using to flavor my chicken foot, because you don't want when it go in the soup it have a distasteful thing about it, you know. So close the lid of my pot, ensure that the vent is on sealing as always. I'm gonna select manual because I want this to pressure for about 20 minutes, no more than that. It get too soft, so about 20 minutes. And I press start, and it will just pressure on its own. When it's done, it will notify me and I come and check the content. So tune in until then. So while the meat is being pressured, well, one of the meat is being pressured, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this baby up. Rich, thick pumpkin. I say pumpkin like some people say pumpkin. Jamaican people say pumpkin, but it's pumpkin. I'm gonna clean out the inside. I'm gonna shave off this outer skin, and I'm gonna boil it in my pot here that is already filled with water, about 10 cups of water to begin with. So I'm gonna clean up this pumpkin, cut it up, shave off the outer skin, pare it down to size, add it to my pot, then to my stove top. So while the meat being pressured, I'm gonna go ahead and do this in the meantime. I've already started to pare the inside of these slices, because I already went ahead and sliced it up. So to remove the seeds from it, and then I'm going to remove the outer skin, wash them and slice them up into thin enough slices to be added to my pot. So I'm just removing the inside of the pumpkin, and this is about 5 pounds of pumpkin, rich yellow pumpkin. Hopefully it will give my soup that thick yellow consistency that I'm looking for. I went to the market yesterday, my wife and I, and she fell in love with this piece of pumpkin, so decided that we're gonna use it in the soup today. So just gonna remove the outer skin now. I love to prepare soup. One of my all-time favorites, especially red peas soup. Really one of my all-time favorites. I prepare soup any time of the day, anywhere. So I'm removing the outer skin because we don't want to boil it with it. We're aiming to boil these pumpkins until they become very soft, because that's how the soup is gonna get that consistency that we want to achieve from this pumpkin. You don't want to peel too much of the skin. You don't want to waste the pumpkin. So this is what it should look like when the inside and the outside is removed. So I'm just gonna do the rest and show you what's going on. Now I'm gonna cut them into bite-sized pieces so that the heat or the boiling water can penetrate it easily, and so that it can dissolve to give my soup that rich yellow look and consistency that I want in my pumpkin soup. So I'm gonna just cut a few into bite-sized pieces so that you can see. I've completed cutting all this pumpkin up, and I've added them to the pot. I've already lit my stove, so it's on the way. You know you have to season this pumpkin because you don't want it to cook fresh. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add about half a tablespoon of salt for now, just to begin with. That is my estimation, roughly a half a tablespoon of salt, just to flavor my pumpkin. So I'm gonna cover this and allow it to be brought to a boil. 14 minutes left on my chicken feet. Yes, so when that's done, I'm gonna let the steam out of the pot, and I'm gonna remove the chicken foot and then add the cow skin. So stay tuned. So my chicken feet, they are completed, and I'm just letting out the steam because this pot won't open until all the steam is let out. So this little knob will have to go click before I can open the pot. See? It will never budge. Never. Because it has this safety feature that prevents it from opening while all the steam is trapped inside. So until that knob has dropped, there we go, it just dropped, then I can open the pot. Still have to be careful because steam will be coming out like wow. And there we have it. Our chicken foot. They are all cooked. So we're just gonna remove all of them from this water, get rid of the water, and make some fresh one for the cow skin. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do just that. And these are all cooked the way I want them, not too soft and not too tough. We don't want to use this water in the soup as it has all this fatty in it. I want to get rid of that from the soup. We don't want to add that to our soup. So just gonna skim these from the water that they are in now and just put them in this container. So I'm gonna do that, then get right back to you. The contents that was in the pressure cooker, the chicken foot, have been removed. I have gone in with the cow skin with the same amount of water as before, 6 and a half, 7 to 8 cups of water in the pot. I'm gonna add the same seasonings that I added before. Fresh stalk of scallion and thyme leaves. I'm adding just about 1 teaspoon of salt, not too much, just to give my cow skin flavor. Going in some pimento berries for flavoring, right there, and my blended all-purpose seasoning right there, just to give my cow skin flavor. I haven't added the garlic. Oh, I'm getting some high tides from here. Alright, so I'm gonna mix this around. Just to ensure that it is evenly distributed all over in my pot. Even though when it starts to boil in the pot, it will evenly distribute itself. So I'm gonna close the lid. And the vent is on venting. Always ensure that it's on sealing. Right? I'm gonna hit that manual button. Cancel first. Cancel the last operation. I'm gonna hit that manual button. And I'm going in 30 minutes because I wanna ensure that these cow skin are properly pressured. You don't want them too tough when it's done. And because they won't be added to the pot until about the last 10 minutes of the meal, we want to ensure that they are properly pressured. So it has automatically started 30 minutes, so we're gonna leave it to pressure. When it's done, I'll show you what it looks like. This is what the chicken foot looks like after 20 minutes. Partially soft. So as I mentioned before, we won't add the meat until maybe about the last 10 minutes of the meal because we don't want them to mash up. In other words, we want them to stay solid so that when it's being served, they can look like this. So that's why we went ahead and seasoned the whole meat before cooking it, because we want to keep that flavor ongoing. I'm going to check with the pumpkins now because they have started to boil. show you what's going on. So my pumpkin sound like it start to boil after about 20 minutes. That long, yeah? It's a large pot as you can see. So I'm gonna stir it, see what it looks like. It don't start boil up as yet, you know, but almost there. And you can see that the water has started to change color a bit. So we're gonna, it's supposed to start getting soft. Wow, ow. Careful, that can cause a burn. So I haven't calculated the total time for this, but I know that it's supposed to be running to about 20 to 25 minutes, because as you can see, it's a very huge pot, so it's a lot of water. But the flame is on high at the moment, so we're just gonna allow it to be brought to a boil. When it boil out the right way, the pumpkin them get soft, then we start to add the rest of the ingredients them. We're gonna go in with our dumplings, yam, dasheen, all them things there. All my pumpkins have been boiled, and the way I wanted to do it is not the way my wife wants me to do it. So I have to deviate from that plan. So I am using this method of creaming the pumpkins to be added to the pot in the last half, maybe about the last 15 minutes in. So I'm currently smashing all these to make them soft. Creamy is the word. I'll be adding some blended seasoning to it for flavor, and then continue creaming it. I've added my blended seasoning. I'm gonna just mix it in to the whole pumpkin mixture. And we're aiming to have all these pumpkins creamed. You like this container too small, but doing it same way. Transferred it to this bigger container for more leverage. That small container seemed like it was gonna overflow, and I don't want to waste my pumpkin, so I've transferred it to this. As you can see, I'm getting better crush leverage. My pumpkin is almost finished creaming. I really love the way it looks, so you know when this add to the soup and boil out, how nice it will look. So I'm gonna peel my yam and all my ground provision to be added to the pot, and then make my dumplings. So I'll soon be back. So I went ahead and peeled my yam and my turnip and added them to the pot. I skipped that because it was a lot of peeling and all. And as you can see in my red and white container there, I have my Irish potatoes, my carrots, and my chocho. That's the only name I know it as. I don't know what they call it outside of the Caribbean, but I only know it as chocho. So I went ahead and peel and I washed those, so they are to be cut up to add it to the pot. Now I'm gonna mix my flour around. As you can see, my flour, cornmeal, and some salt has been added to my silver pan, which I'm gonna be needing the flour to be added to the pot because the yams are being boiled right now. So I'm just gonna add my dumplings, which will be needed now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do just that. And oh yeah, I went ahead and washed my hands and dried them properly, going in with clean hands. So I mix my flour. My dough is complete in less than maybe about 3 minutes. Record time. I can't believe I needed this dough so fast. So I didn't even add any more flour to it. It didn't spoil. Yeah. So it's completed. I'm gonna knead it now and go right into the pot with it. As you can clearly see, my water has started to boil. Wow. Not long ago I added my yams and turnip. Dasheen. Why I keep saying turnip? Dasheen. So I'm going in with some small dumplings, not too big. This is the size that I want, not too big. And I just drop them in the pot. About that size. And also I'm gonna make spinners, so won't be just round dumplings. I'm gonna make spinners as well, because soup requires spinners to be in it. Yes. Don't want just round dumplings. Now say my cow skin is finished, I soon check with that. I just need to add the food to the pot so that it can boil. Really, yeah? Yes. And the day is going really well. Breeze is blowing nice. I'm really enjoying the vibe. The cooking vibe. I'm gonna make a spinners after this to just show you what it looks like. Show you what my spinners look like. Round dumpling. I say pinch no more than this amount of flour. Just roll it like this in the palm of the hand. Just chop it in the pot. Make another one show you. More than about a pinch of flour. Roll it like that. Just chop it in there. Wanna stir this to ensure no sticking. Alright. Go again with some round dumplings. Don't wanna make these round dumplings too big. Right there. So I'm gonna complete adding these flour to the pot. Then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so with so much time elapsed, it's about time. I've added the flour as you see in the previous scene, and now it's time to add my carrots, Irish potatoes, scallion, thyme leaves, all of that. I've put the chocho to pressure, so that will be added with the meat. Basically the last lap. So I'm going in with all my carrots, and of course I'm gonna need to add more water because this water is not sufficient enough. I'm going in with my scallion and thyme leaf, fresh scallion and thyme leaves. Just mixing it around, and the pot isn't seasoned as yet. It's not time for that, so just gonna mix it around, then add some more water to it for it to be brought to a boil, and then get right back to you. I had to switch stove because the breeze around the back was out in the fire, so I had to switch stove to a faster burner. I already added the cock soup mixes to it. I used 3 packs of Grace cock soup mix, and Grace not paying me, but I'm still doing this, alright, because it's where the flavor is at, and I want my pot to be flavorful. So as you see, all the seasonings have been added, scallion, thyme, pepper, everything. And now I'm adding the pumpkin, the mashed pumpkin or cream pumpkin rather, and then afterwards I'll be adding the meat to it just to get it right. Look how thick and creamy it look already. So on the finishing phase, finish up now, everything added. Yeah, cow skin, chicken foot, pumpkin soup. Everything added. Right, so we have a piece of chicken foot that is swirling right with the cow skin there now. Yes, a piece of cow skin there. Looking great. And that's it. There we have it. Chicken foot, cow skin, pumpkin soup. Thanks again for tuning into this kitchen. Please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell for any new content we drop. Yeah man! Alright, like, share, leave your comments below. Any questions or queries. Respect.